everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day. It is gorgeous here, gorgeous weather, so I am probably going to spend the rest of the afternoon after this outside enjoying God's creation. I mean, I might go read outside and do some things, but today we are going to be in Habakkuk. I'm skipping around a little in the minor prophets. Sorry, y'all, I'm not going exactly in the order that they show up in the Bible. With these minor prophets, a lot of ladies have been, in my groups, have been doing pages, and those have been spurring me on, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. I'm going to take that and do a little bit with that, or, you know, we have challenges in our groups or whatever, so I'm trying to keep up with everything, and so I figure I'll take y'all along with me. So she did one in chapter 3. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. We'll go back and do some in these other minor prophets as well. But today we are going to be in Habakkuk chapter 3, and especially verses 17 through 19. I've always loved verse 17. It says, though the fig tree does not bud and there is no fruit on the vines, though the olive crop fails. Let's start this again, y'all. It says, though the fig tree does not bud and there is no fruit on the vines, though the olive crop fails and the fields produce no food, though the flocks disappear from the pen and there are no herds in the stalls, yet I will celebrate in the Lord. And y'all, I have always loved that verse. Just knowing that no matter what happens around you, whether you feel like everything's falling apart, whatever, yet you're still going to rejoice in the Lord and celebrate in the Lord. But I won't be, I'm not going to be journaling that particular verse today, though that is one of my favorite verses. I'm going to continue on. Verse 18 says, I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. The Lord, my Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like those of a deer and enables me to walk on mountain heights. And I love that too. The Lord, my Lord, is my strength, and I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. So I'm really trying this year to rejoice and be happy. And just, again, my word for the year is surrender, one of the main words. And I think God knew I would have a hard time doing that this year, y'all. And so I am really, really trying. So I'm really trying to focus on these verses for myself. And so you can focus on whatever verses you need, but I really need these. So the Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like those of a deer and enables me to walk on mountain heights. And I need to learn. He's in control, surrender it all. So one of the ladies in my groups did a napkin, a deer napkin. It wasn't this one. And it was so cute. It was like a little deer with little animals. So cute and precious. And I wish I had a napkin like that or even an image like that. And I bet I could have Googled an image. But I'm trying to use up what I have. So I had this deer napkin, which I think is really cool in itself. I love the colors and such. I also have this tissue paper that I got from Your Creative Studio boxes, my subscription box that I show on my channel. And so I'm going to even use the tissue paper that I get. And I'm also going to use a few of the images and things from Your Creative Studio box. This is one of the papers. I love the mountains here. I might tear off the owl. And then the washi tape deer image, and then these little stamps and tickets and such. And some of the paper probably from that as well. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do, let's move that. The first thing I want to do, let's move that, is make like a mountain range in the background here. So I'm going to try to tear, we'll see how it goes. Tear like a big old mountain range. And I like tearing. Gives it that organic feel. Does that kind of look like mountains, y'all? Kind of. Okay, and I'm gonna just tear the bottom. And then let's add some more mountains. Let's see here. So that's about all I'll need right there. Cool. Okay. So let's move all this. We could use this for something else later. So really all I'm going to do is I am going to put a ton of glue on here. Actually, where is my, oh, let's grab my plastic. Y'all, I'm still like fighting this. It's not, I feel totally fine. It's just every once in a while I like lose my voice. My voice gets all raspy and hoarse and like kind of not phlegmy, but you know that feeling like you got something tickling in the back of your throat. That's what I feel right now. So y'all, sorry about that. I will try to keep it to a minimum on camera. So right now I am just gluing my mountains down. You could use any kind of tissue paper or paper, scrapbook paper. It's really, I really like tearing things. Like I say, it kind of gives it that organic feel. And let's see here. Put this right there. I'm gonna make it go down even more. And come back up. Okay, where's my scissors? Y'all should see my desk. Craziness. Oops, and I just dropped something. So you hear the big crash in the background. Okay. Just trying to cut enough off. Okay, now that's gonna bother me. Now I gotta even that out a little bit. Oh, y'all. Okay, there we go. There we go. We shall get it. So I heard we were going to have another cold spell here in Texas at some point, but maybe it passed, maybe it came and passed us by already. I don't know. I've been in the house and I've been kind of like a little hermit, just kind of doing things in the house, not going outside because it was too cold. I'm not gonna go out as much as I possibly can. I will avoid it. But today is gorgeous, so I have to go out and read or do something. Should probably do yard work, but don't want to do that. I might do that some other day. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, grab some water, and just kind of tear this napkin. And I like using the water because, well, usually, did I miss a spot? There we go. Usually you can tear it just real easy with the water. And then when you put it on the page, it blends in better when you tear it. Okay, so maybe I should go up a little too much. So now I'm just gonna kind of go back in. Oh, I think I hear my son pulling up. Yep, sure do. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that'll go there. And then let's see what else. I might have to use that for something else. Let's see. I want to add a little bit more. I really love this leaf right there. So I'm going to add this to, maybe I need more. Okay, so I'm going to add this part. Maybe not. Or maybe I'll add that like kind of peeking out of the side right up here. Hang on a second. I need to like finish this part off. I just need more of the napkin. Let's see. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think I want that on top because I don't want that like delineated line right there. And have that kind of come out the top. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's move this to the side. We'll use some more of that and something else. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my gesso. And let's put this under here to get this protected, just in case. I'm gonna try to do this quickly. Got to be a little delicate on the tissue paper here, but once you get it going, it should be good. Just don't rub it like super hard. Okay, let's get this straight first. That would be helpful. Okay. I usually do all the bottom part first, but do whatever works for you. I've seen some people do it in patches, like they'll do the bottom, then the top, and the bottom, and the top, and the bottom, and the top. I just like to get the whole thing down first before I get the top going. But it might work better for you the other way, so. Okay, so there's the first level. Now let's do, that's a little too much. Okay, nope, that did not. There we go. It's got to go this way. Okay. And then where do we want this guy? Just coming kind of out there. Kind of the foreground and background from the mountains. Like this is the lower part of the mountains. And this deer is gonna be able to run high up into the mountains. That's kind of, that's the story in my head right now. God can make you run high up into the mountains. Reach levels that you never thought possible. Only with God. Okay, so now I'm just making sure this is all sealed. I especially like to definitely get around the edges. I usually do the middle too, just to kind of get rid of all the bubbles and such. You don't have to. It's definitely good if you want it to show through. If you want words or things to show through, then when you put the gesso over the middle or over the whole thing, that helps make it translucent. I had told you all this before. Okay. I think we got most of it. Okay, and then always put your brush in water because it'll dry and it'll dry hard. The longer you keep it out. with gesso on your brush. Whoop, that didn't help. I put it through on the wrong sheet. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna just cut this part off. You could either tear it or cut it. And then cut this little bottom part off. Let me go this way. Probably would be better to go the other way. Let's try this way. There we go. Okay, and before I can really do anything else, I need to dry that a little. So y'all know it's gonna get a little loud, but let's try drying this. Yeah, if you have any type of tissue paper, you could do this whole thing just with tissue paper and tear mountains out, tear a little foreground out. You could draw in your own little deer if you want. Just layer it up, foreground and background. Flip it over. The other day I started talking to somebody with this dryer on, this heating tool on, and I kept it in one area a little too long. My page just started frying right in front of my face. I'm like, no. So you got to keep it moving at all times. Don't ever hold it in one spot for too long because it will burn your page. I've done it a few times, y'all. That's why when people say, oh, Renee, you know how to do all this stuff, and no, it's all trial and error. And let me fix this little part right here that's coming up. This little part. It's all trial and error, and I mess a lot of things up. Where'd my gesso go? But you know, it's all a learning experience, and you learn as you go. And I'm not afraid to like just try things. Sometimes I get nervous. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to ruin it. But you just got to kind of jump in. I've had so many people ask, like, I'm so afraid to start in my Bible because I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. And the only advice I can give you is just do it. Just jump in. You won't ruin it, I promise you. And you'll have so much fun. Okay, it's almost dry, y'all. I got to it's a little damp. Let's just finish it off. So yeah, just jump in. I promise you won't regret it. I mean, how can you regret spending time in God's Word? Then it will show you something. And if you feel like you totally messed up a page, I say keep it. Because I love going back and looking at the very first pages I did. And I remember like how I felt like I messed it up or whatever. But now I look at them, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're great memories. And I remember like what God was teaching me during that time. And He really taught me that we're not perfect. And we're not going to be perfect. And we're not going to create perfect things, but they're still beautiful. And He can take our messes and turn them into incredible masterpieces and incredible beauty. So just go with it. Just go. Jump in. Have fun. Okay. So here's is almost perfectly dry. Okay. So I'm going to use these little ephemera pieces I have, and I don't want this owl. I just want the mountains and the deer. So I'm going to tear this part off. I will use this owl for something else. Look at his eyes. That's pretty cool. I might use that in my winter journal that I'm working on. And I want to tear this a little. Whoops, I don't want those peaks though. Those define peaks and valleys. Okay, this has got little snowflakes on it too, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna use my, what is this? Vintage, no, walnuts. Actually, let me see if I can find my vintage photo. Let's see here. Vintage photo. I love inking the edges up because you'll see how it like makes the paper kind of pop. And this is reminding me I need to work in my collage book too some more. So many projects I want to do, y'all. There's not enough time. I was going to film this morning, and before I felt like I literally blinked and it was noontime already. I was doing some other work for my business and a few other things, and I could not believe how fast the time went. And I was like, whoa. Actually, I leave this open because I need to ink up this stuff. So here's a little ticket that I got from my Your Creative studio box. Some people have been asking, like, what do you use it for? Well, I use them in my junk journals. I use them in my collages and in my mixed media journals. I use them in letters that I send to people. I use them for happy mail, sending out for happy mail for people. I use them in my Bible journaling. So, I mean, my gosh, you could use them in a whole bunch of different ways. So there's not one specific way that I use the stuff that I get in Your Creative studio boxes stuff. So, okay, so I'm thinking, I don't want to kind of block the mountain too much, but I do want to have this kind of up there, I think. Well, we'll move it around. Okay, so I'm thinking something kind of like this, just like have that stick there. And then I printed out, or not printed, with stamps, I put my Lord, my strength. And so I am going to cut these out. This is also Your Creative Studio paper. And there's sticker paper, which is something I forgot to do in my collage. I just glued the whole thing down, but you can take it off. I totally was like, I forgot that it was sticker paper. See, sticker paper. So that would be easier. I'm debating, since this is all torn, I might want to tear these actually. Oh, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I could tear this. Sometimes the sticker paper is harder to tear. Yeah, I like the torn look. We are going to tear this, but I got to be super careful around the letters. This whole page is going to be an organic feel to it. Okay, so there's the first one. Probably shouldn't have stamped it so close to the edge. It makes it a little bit harder to tear, but I wasn't thinking that I was going to tear it. I was thinking I was just probably going to cut them out, but I actually like the torn look a little bit better. So I'm taking here verse 18, 19, or I think it's 19 because it starts right at 19. The Lord, my Lord, is my strength. So I'm doing my Lord, my strength is going to be my title. And it also goes on to say that he makes my feet like those of a deer. And I was trying to like kind of think about that. I know deer are very quick and spry and can, especially those little deer or goats. I guess they're more like goats. Those mountain goats, oh my gosh, y'all, they can climb on like the most precarious of rocks and just, you know, they run up those things. I've seen them many times. And they are just incredible. So I kind of picture that when I think of like on the mountains. I mean, deer, I'm not sure so much on mountains, but I know the mountain goats go up. And they're just, you know, they could be on the most, like I said, precarious of rocks or the tiniest sliver of a rock. And they're balanced perfectly. They're not afraid. And they can just like run up and down those things like crazy. So I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I think, you know, that's like kind of the picture that I have in my head of what God, you know, can do for us. Do we want it like that or my Lord? No, I don't want, I want it kind of wonky, maybe. Somehow keep going to this. Maybe My Lord. No, somehow that's just not. What y'all think? Decisions, always decisions. Something about that just does not look right to me. Okay. Let's see. I still like having that there. Okay. Well, since we like having that there, let's just glue that down. Let's get something down. Okay, so this is just paper. This one is not sticker paper. And I don't know why I'm putting these tickets there. I don't know. I like them. I like them. So I'm just gonna. They have no meaning whatsoever, according to what this scripture is talking about. But I just like the look of it. Gives me that like antique feel. I liked this Marseille. Is that how you say it? Because it's kind of like where the mountains are, maybe. I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know if there's mountains there or not. Okay, so this is a washi tape sticker. Really thin sticker. And it's the washi tape material. So it will shine through. So I want to make sure that this is going to stand out. I love that. It's like the strong, regal deer with the antlers and all that. So cool. Okay, maybe we'll go something like this. Nope. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go like that. I'm just gonna do it, y'all. It's gotta go down. Actually, before I do that though, I do want to ink it up and have these little pop up a little bit. Oh, and as I'm doing that, I just remembered, again, you're probably all yelling at me, it's sticker paper. Yes, it's sticker paper. I don't need my glue. So I can take these off the paper and just stick them. Once I start crafting, I kind of forget, especially with paper. I forget which is sticker paper and which is not. And with your creative studio boxes, I would say a majority of the paper that you get is always going to be sticker paper. Like when she sends them in the sheets, the individual sheets. If she sends like a package of paper, it's usually paper. But if she sends the individual sheets, they're most likely, whether they're vellum or something else, they're most likely sticker sheets. So that's what I've learned from the last few times I've gotten those boxes. So those people who, if you are interested in getting one of them, you can go to her website. It's Your Creative Studios, and she sells subscription boxes of different ephemera pieces and stuff that you can use. It's not necessarily for Bible journaling. It's probably more for junk journaling and mixed media and stuff, but I do use a lot in my Bible journaling. Now let's see if I can get it off, y'all. Okay. There's got to be an easy way. People are always like, rub your finger over it. Use an X-Acto knife. Get the corner. I try them all, y'all. I try them all. They don't work. Okay, what I might do is end up gluing these. If worse comes to worse. This is the sticker paper, right? Oh my goodness. Ah, there we go. Ah, hallelujah. Okay, let's try this one. Almost. Oh my gosh. Well, you can all just sit here and watch me struggle. There we go. Okay. My Lord, my strength. Yep, I have no strength apart from him. I can tell you right now. Man, I cannot believe the words he gave me for this year and how fast and soon they are coming to fruition. Like, for me to work on them. Like, breathe, stay calm, serenity, balance. My main word is surrender. And that one, boy, has been hard. Boy, that one's been hard. So that's when, he says, breathe, stay calm. Like to surrender, you need to do that. And oh my gosh, he has been working on me on that. And then my other one is restore. And I'm excited to see that one come to pass. That one is that's a promise waiting to be fulfilled right now. So I know it'll happen. But right now I'm in the surrender and breathe and stay calm mode. Well, there we go, y'all. An easy, quick page. Not very quick, but because it takes me forever to, figure things out. But just some napkins and some tissue paper and just some ephemera pieces. So my Lord, my strength. I love that. So it's Habakkuk, if I'm saying that right. Habakkuk. Everybody pronounces it differently. Chapter 3, verse 18. I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. The Lord, my Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like those of a deer and enables me to walk on mountain heights. So it's actually verses 18 and 19. So here we go, y'all. Here's up close. Here's the top. Bottom. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you all in the next video and continue to stay in the Word. Have fun creating and crafting. And I would love to see your work. So if you ever want to contact me, my contact information is down below. You can email me with any questions, suggestions, pictures, whatever you want. So I would love to see it all. So thank you all so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a very blessed day.